Talking fishing, nothing but fishing, talking fishing. If it's facts about fishing that you want to know, then tune in, folks, cause this is the show. We'll show you all the right bait to use, so sit right back, you got nothing to lose. Doesn't really matter if it's trout or carp, flathead, marlin or a gummy shark. Listen to the guys and you can't go wrong. They'll be talking about fishing till the cows come home. Talking fishing, nothing but fishing, we're talking fishing.
And welcome everyone to Talking Fishing, big show coming your way tonight. And I tell you what, as a welcome, Niki and Cara, we should rename maybe the program to Fishing Classifieds.
Oh,
You think with the
new set,
the shiny new set.
Yes. Channel 31 just plonked it here. We're going to take it. That old bar that I built from Bunnings is gone, and
right,
so maybe you can be
purpose.
Lloydie and you can be Caro tonight.
Oh,
Sure.
And let's debate the all the footy stuff. But anyway, it's all good. New set. It's all good. Big week. Cod opening.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cara, I said to you,
You did.
where are the photos? Did anyone
to
go?
send them.
Too busy fishing.
Did
Exactly.
anyone go fishing for cod on cod opening?
Absolutely, we
They did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, well, not on the 1st of December, but we
Yeah.
did get out on the weekend.
Yeah.
So Friday we headed up to Bridgewater to fish the Loddon, and absolutely donuts Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
The river, sorry, was eerie. Like it was just still.
So
There
it's
was-
receded, the floods, because you
Yeah,
had
so
floods
it's
there.
a little bit high, but obviously it's, I mean, the poor town got absolutely hammered. It was
Yeah.
quite underwater and there's still a lot of damage and
Yeah.
rebuilding that's taking
imagine.
place.
Yeah.
But no, the river's actually, it's fishable again, but very, stirred up and
Yeah.
dirty. But just it seemed quite lifeless. So it was, aside from
Yeah.
the, tens of thousands of mosquitoes that found us.
Can only
Yeah.
imagine.
Yeah.
But no, we there was nothing, no bites, nibbles or anything
Yep.
Friday, Saturday. It was warming up, the weekend was
Mm.
quite hot. So come Sunday, sort of early in the morning, it was still like sort of low 30s.
Yep.
And as it warmed up, that's when we found they came on the bite. So we got
Yeah,
three medium-sized cod.
Okay,
Nice.
nice.
Yeah.
For a river that's
Nikki, first day of 30 degrees, I think, since early March.
How nice.
I
We need
know.
a bit more of that, I
My
reckon.
nose is
So-
peeling already from being out in the sun on Saturday. I got out.
We skipped spring.
And it's a
What's
trap
spring?
because we've gone from such terrible, wet, cold weather
Yeah.
to all of a sudden, I went out with my son on Saturday and didn't put the hat on till about 10 o'clock.
dear.
And the
That's
scalp's
a bit
burnt,
late.
the nose is burnt, it's peeling already. It's
We're not used to that weather.
No, that's
No.
right. Yeah, bring on the tan though. So, but certainly the fish were on. In fact, I was trying to find catch of the week photos that weren't snapper. So you're gonna see my son and I in the photos tonight because I wanted to throw in a couple of other different species. But there's that, and the snapper have really turned it on as well.
Yeah.
haven't they? Your son's going to feature in catch of the week as well.
He does.
Cara, the snapper
right.
are on, but Nikki, the club must be pretty excited.
Oh,
snapper
they
season.
are. I saw a report come through today and they've gotten a few more snappers. So,
Yeah.
everyone's fired up and excited to be out. And, so
There you go.
going good.
Well, folks, let's have a look at what's been caught by the people at home. It's time for Catch of the Week.
Catch of the Week, brought to you by Shimano.
Now, just before we do the first one, I got this email from Liz. And now, I reckon Liz was on last week. And she writes, "Hi, Kramer. Thank you so very much for putting up my snapper pic a couple of weeks ago. It must have been a couple of weeks ago. I became a fishing celebrity of the family. People ringing, sending messages. I've told hubby I need my own boat now."
Yeah,
There you go. I love that.
Yep.
Anyways,
Santa.
my 83-year-old father-in-law was so proud to see me on telly and he asked if I could possibly send in his pic, of course. Now, when you have a look at Mario, I tell you, I'd be scared of Mario. Mario caught this 80 centimetre, let's have a look at it, 80 centimetre snapper off Mornington. He's 83 years old and still goes out fishing with his sons. He taught them everything he knows and that has been passed down to me too. Very multi-generational hobby and we love it. Isn't that nice?
Oh, on your
Isn't that
Mario.
nice?
Yeah,
The whole
what a
family
little leap
catches
that
it.
is.
Mario, You're now the fishing celebrity of the family, so well done.
Give Mario a call. That's right. Just like you did.
That's nice, eh? All right, let's keep going with the snapper because the snapper absolutely dominated. And can I just say the people of Western Port, no pictures. Have they gone off or something? All from Port Phillip. This one's from Mount Eliza. Jared Hode. Have a look at this.
Yeah,
Lovely
nice.
snapper.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Good spread. There we go.
Good to see the kids out doing it. Young Mia, have a look at this off Black Rock. Look at the excitement.
Look at that face.
It doesn't have to be 8 kilos, does it?
Not at all.
No. That's a great snapper,
How good is
nonetheless.
that?
So.
Got taken down pretty quick there, but anyway. All right, let's keep going with the kids. Cara, tell us about this. Archer, he got a 3.5
Here
kilo
he
off
is.
Altona.
Yes, he may or may not have been snuck out of school a little bit early to go on this fishing trip. Can't confirm nor deny. No, he was stoked. That's his PB, his first decent snapper.
Nice.
Look at the
Arch.
tail on it. Like, that's a beautiful tail.
That's
beautiful
coming
colours.
out. Christmas party. That's in the freezer
What
at the
did
moment.
he
Is it
get it
really?
on?
Yeah.
Do we know?
I think it was a squid, actually.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah. Well done, Arch, if you're watching. All right, let's have a look. Ian Campbell, he's out of Port Arlington. Quite a few fish out of Port Arlington. Lovely 87 centimetre fish.
Beautiful. Yeah, there you
Some
go.
good fish around. Now, for the non-snapper species that didn't get sent in, well, I had to get into my own. I went down a Rosebud, and I've got to say the water was green. It's still green. It's
still.
still dirty.
Wow.
I don't know what it's like up the top end here, but it was still really green. But the whiting didn't seem to care. So let's have a look. My son, here's my son Ben.
Nice.
A couple of thumping. Well, we got 14 for the day, and then I mean, how hot was it on Saturday? It was good.
yeah.
We packed up and went for a swim.
No, I'm not
So
surprised.
we're sitting at the sisters there in Blairgowrie, but some thumping whiting, absolutely beautiful. The other thing was in our Burley Trail, lots of yakkers and lots of slimy mackerel.
Really?
And I said to my son Ben, I said, wouldn't it be good if it was kingfish season? Because I put them in the tank and then I always let them go afterwards.
Yep.
But it's nice to have. In fact, I kept a couple of mackerel to have a feed because they're nice to eat. But I said to him, wouldn't it be good if it was kingfish season? Well, wait till later on the show. You're going to see a few things. All right, and the other thing that within 2 minutes of being there, I've dropped the rod over.
Yep.
Right, and there was no tide. Put the burley pot in, no tide, nothing's going. Lifted the rod. I go, what's that? Right, and I thought banjo, nah.
Yeah.
Pinky, nah. Have a look at this. Beautiful blue spot or yank
Oh, wow.
flathead.
Oh, nice.
Couple of nice fillets on that. I was happy with that.
Beautiful.
And I wasn't the only one. Dominic Peverett, have a look at this. He got a yank flathead at P2.
Where's that?
I think it's up the top end near your
Yeah,
way.
near Altona. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So nice to see that. But it was a beautiful day on Saturday and Sunday. And Sunday got a little bit blowy, but people went offshore. And have a look at this. Andrew Varga, a lovely 19 kilo gummy off Cape
wow.
Shank.
Fantastic.
That's a ripper.
That
gummy.
is.
People still fish a lot in Western Port for gummies, and they fish not as much, I don't reckon, in Port Phillip, like that Rye Channel
Yeah.
area and that sort of stuff. So many people have got it worked out. They've cracked the code of gummies offshore. Where they're using
Wow.
these yakka chunks or parrotfish or wrasse chunks or whatever, and
Yep.
they've just got, and that's the quality fish that are coming offshore. I mean,
Yeah,
it's,
that's pretty
Absolutely
cool.
it's
beautiful.
amazing, yeah. But you know when you save the best for last.
Yep. What have you got for us?
Have a look at this, John Moore, a yellowtail kingfish out of the western entrance.
I
That
hope
is
he's
a
the sheen
ripper.
with that.
We need
How good.
And we need a spark in the room too because the lights have just dropped out. But anyway,
Only the one.
oh, it's funny.
Great
So-
sign. Did you think it would come this early, Dave?
No. And later on the program, I'm going to show I've got a graph of the water temperature because the water temperature's been up and down like a yo-yo.
Yeah.
It's it actually dropped back down with all that last lot of rain, dropped down to about 16 degrees.
Yep.
Back up, we had good 18 degrees on the weekend down there.
Yeah.
Ben and I went for a swim after having a fish, so certainly the bay's nice. But it was green. Even down at Blairgowrie, we went for a swim with it. Oh, should we? But everyone was on the beach, and it was still a bit
You're still
green.
here
Just don't
today.
swallow
so-
too much
Yeah,
water.
that's right. Yeah. So there you go. Anyway, if you'd like to send in a pic of your catch of the week, this is what you have to do.
If you want to be like me and have your photo on TV, email your fishing pics to info@ifish.com.au. Fish on!
I wanna go fishing.
And coming up, fisheries news, including a look at the baby cod being released into the plankton ponds. That's next on Talking Fishing.
Talking fishing.
We know what you'd rather be doing.
We know what you've really got in mind.
We know you'd rather be out fishing. And today's the day you're gonna wet a line. 'Cause every day's a good day.
Stop wishing.
Every day's a chance to drift away. Drift away.
Every day's a good day for fishing. See you down at Tackle World today.
Talking fishing, nothing but fishing. We're talking fishing.
Live from the studios of Channel 31 Melbourne, it's now time for some very fishy news.
All right, bit of news coming your way, but before that, Adam's absent again, isn't he? Where is Adam?
I don't know. Where is he gone?
I don't know.
MIA.
Yeah, but he's. I think we got
You
him
can just see him
down
down
there.
there.
The Adam doll's here. That doll is he's gonna be with us. Where did he come from? Cara, did you?
Tiff. No, she made his
Tiff.
birthday cake.
Oh, and it was on the.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's instead of Elf on the shelf, it's Adam on the shelf.
Yeah. There you go. On your ads. God knows where he is tonight. I actually don't know. Anyway, bit of news. All right. The Western Port Angling Club, they love getting in early, and so they send through and say, you've got to read this out tonight. It's critical to the competition. The Whiting Challenge is on in March. Let's put the thing up on the screen. Whiting Challenge 2023. It's Saturday 4th of March, Sunday 5th of March. Heaviest whiting wins the original painting of a whiting. It's beautiful. Every year, Bridget Thomas does that. Major prizes valued at over $12,000. That's a tinny with a motor and a trailer. Great competition. It wasn't on last year because of COVID, or the year. Well, I don't think it was on for 2 years.
Yeah,
So anyway,
awesome,
but it's
yeah.
back, and over 45 other prizes. There's senior male, senior female categories, 2 junior categories. Anyone can enter. Please get on the website, which is WPAC for Western Port Angling Club.com.au, and register. I think you can do that now. I'll be there at 4 o'clock on the Sunday to present all the prizes. So 33rd annual competition.
Brilliant.
And as we continue to fix the lights that aren't working in here.
Do they come
So
with
we
the
might
set,
have
or-
we might have a new set, but the power company's the same. So, all right, next one. All right, for people out in the southwest, just in case you needed another reason to get out in the water in the state's southwest, the new look Warrnambool boat ramp is open. Have a look at this. With new jetties and a grooved concrete ramp surface, it'll make launching and retrieving easier. Better Boating Victoria have worked with Warrnambool City Council and contractor Bridgewater Marine on the upgrade, with the project funded by your licence and registration fees through the Victorian Government's Better Boating Fund. The ageing wooden jetties have been replaced with more modern structures, providing better boat tie-up points. Meantime, the new grooved concrete ramp surface will provide more traction, making it easy to back your trailer down the ramp or pull away once the boat's secured on the trailer. Dredging is continuing, which will help reduce the wave energy. And there's a lot more going around in the area too, with boating upgrades complete at Bull and Merri, Curdy Vale, in addition to works in progress at Apollo Bay and on the Glenelg River at Sapling Creek. Lots happening out in the southwest, but that's good for the people that are heading to Warrnambool
Sure is.
for the holidays, because people going inland, they're not going to be able to stay at the caravan parks a lot of them this year, are they?
So it's going to be busier than usual.
Coast
so
is going to be nuts.
Good timing.
Isn't it?
Scary, actually.
Imagine up on the Murray, like all those caravan
Yeah.
parks that have
it's
been
so
under.
sad. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
And-
can't
and-
get back. They've got so much work to do to
Yeah.
get it back
Yeah,
to scratch.
it's going to be a bit of a wait.
Cod fishing in the Murray River, I mean, that's got to be affected.
Oh, 100%. It's probably more accessibility.
Yeah.
So, a lot of the black water did come through, and there's
Yeah.
been some pretty sad photos.
Still
so-
coming.
We might talk about the black water and that sort of stuff in a minute after this. So, all right, got a couple more to get through. This one, again, from Better Boating Victoria. Construction at Cape Conran boat ramp is really coming along. The jetty extension is complete and the ramp's new concrete panels are now in place. You can see them there on your screen. Work's underway to complete the retaining wall and continue concreting the new apron. Once it's done, it'll make launching at the coastal hotspot easier, with more space to tie up and a steeper ramp to help reduce impacts from the sand build-up. While it's closed, the only places to go either side of Lakes Entrance or Malakuta, but those, Cape Conroe will be open very, very shortly. If you want to check the progress, they've kept the camera live there, so get on the Boating Vic app or boating.vic.gov.au. You can actually watch the progress live.
That's cool.
How good's
Fantastic.
that? Yeah. All right, and another one close to our hearts, this one. There's nothing like moving into new digs, especially with thousands of your brothers and sisters. That's precisely what's been happening at Snobs Creek Fish Hatchery near Eildon. The cod eggs have hatched, the larvae have been growing inside the hatching house, and now it's time for the plankton ponds where these tiny fish will grow into fingerling Murray cod. Let's have a look at a little bit of video here.
There we go. Look at them go.
Wow. That's the baby cod going in there.
Oh, yeah.
How good's that?
Fantastic.
Cara, we're up there on
Thursday.
We're up at Snobs Creek for a board meeting, and Arcadia's coming along, but the construction of the hatchery, which is the actual building where
Yep.
the eggs would be actually fertilised and the babies come out, is not quite complete. And it's the delays in construction materials.
Oh, it's hard. I mean, the whole building
Yeah,
industry.
you're in the building industry.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you know, supply demand. It is very hard trying to
Yeah.
and source tradies and lock them in. So I can
So
appreciate
at the
that.
moment, all those spawnings from Arcadia, the brood ponds, have to be transported to Snobs to be incubated, and then back to Arcadia to be in the plant. It's a lot of mucking around. But next year is going to be a big year. So, and of course, a $10 million upgrade at Arcadia and a $5 million upgrade at Snobs is coming. So there you go. There you go. That's fisheries news. Now, let's chat about the Blackwater events. Dean, your husband, was showing me a photo before the show of was it
It's about a metre.
106, I think he said.
Yeah, maybe 105, 106 Murray
Cod
cod.
floating down
in the Loddon.
The
I mean, it's
so they're
terribly
there,
sad.
but
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we've seen photos of smaller ones too that have
Yeah.
sort of been washed down, but it's particularly the Murray as well. They've been affected.
Yeah, that's been
In
heaps.
saying that though, one of our WEF mentors, Shay, she got her PB on cod opening on the 1st
Yeah.
of
oh
December.
really?
She
Whereabouts?
did too.
Look, Murray River above the Hume,
Yep.
90 centimetres.
Yeah, what a
wasn't it?
ripper, Shay.
Wow.
So absolute crack of a fish. So
Yeah.
she's a gun,
Yeah.
that girl.
Yeah. So
Good reports though. I mean, the cod fishing's still doing really
you
well.
wonder how those fish, with that amount of water that came down the Murray River, what do? Do they hang onto a log and hang on for dear life?
Oh,
you know?
yeah, it'd be
I mean, just-
interesting to know.
I mean, the flow, obviously, it's incredibly fast, but is that
Yeah.
just sort of more the top water, like down
Could be too.
deeper? They're sort of a
Yeah.
bit protected? Or?
But you look at, I was watching a video on YouTube yesterday in Mildura through the the current, excuse me, was flowing through the caravan park,
Yeah, wow.
but the caravan park was underwater.
Yeah.
And you just go, anyone that's 3 weeks out from going for their Christmas holidays to Mildura,
Yeah.
they'll be sweating on those floodwaters receding, and
But
imagine how
it's more
soggy
the
ground's gonna be.
instability of trees that could still come down, or erosion and all
Yeah,
the things
even
that you're
the
not.
roads,
It's
Yeah.
probably not safe. I mean, it's you know.
Yeah. Anyway,
But-
it's going to be a very interesting Christmas, and I think a lot of people, like we said, will be going to the coast places
Finding
like
new-
Lakes Entrance. I mean, it's
Yeah, I was going to say,
Yeah.
I know it's going to be
top of
good
your
for them,
list.
but they'll
Rocklands.
get Rocklands. Although
Yeah,
we
you'd
did see
be looking at other
Travis
places
Dowling
to
getting
go.
bogged at
That's
Rocklands
Yeah,
good.
you
the
might
other
need to go
week.
help him. So the more people around, the better.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah. Rocklands, we talked about this on radio last week, has gone from 26% to I think 77%. The water
Wow.
capacity's tripled in Rocklands since September.
Yep.
That's amazing, and that's also while they're draining Rocklands into Tolondo.
Yeah.
Now, as of last Wednesday, because that's when I got the figures out, Tolondo was at 26% and climbing.
Fantastic.
So you've got Rocklands climbing, but filling Tolondo. They're both climbing.
still-
And I don't look. We're going to try and get Travis Dowling on either next week or the week after, and he's a gun on all that water stuff and
yeah.
when do they stop, when do they start, how far do they go. But you would really, really hope that Tolondo ends up 100%.
Oh, it'd be
and
fantastic,
in
wouldn't
April
it?
they stop
Yeah.
the brown
Yeah.
trout, you know. It's
That's the dream.
yeah. I know we're going to see Kanga.
He'll be out there.
Well, what Kanga does, right, is he breeds too many trout and then he just stashes a few over there and you go, oh, that's just in case
Yeah,
Tolondo fills up, you
his
know.
little-
And he'll go and, oh yeah, no, I've got 30,000 browns. I know they're not in the record, you know, but anyway, Kanga will have fish for Tolondo and it'll be, they'll be big and they'll be chunky and they'll be so
gonna
good.
be good.
So, yeah. Now, Cara, you got out, well, Archer got out on the snapper.
did.
Yeah, and it's good because you love your freshwater fishing.
Yeah.
Dean's at Albert Park Lake right now, getting
He is.
estuary perch, isn't he?
He just likes fishing. So
Is there anything he doesn't like? Is there anything,
Probably not. No,
he just loves fishing.
He really does. So it's a nice stress relief, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He used to be a spear fisherman.
Did he really? There you go.
Then we had kids, and
Yeah.
you know.
Well, if you get
changes.
photos during the show,
I'll have to
'cause
check.
he's
Actually,
done that
we'll,
before.
we'll check in the ad breaks. We'll
Yeah,
see how
he's
he's
done
going
that before.
out
He
there.
sent us a
See
few of
what's happened.
the estuary perch out of
Rubs it in.
Albert Park Lake because there's some there's good yellows in there too. You know,
And it's
so-
a nice night, so
Yeah.
you'd imagine the
Never
water would be
know-
a bit warmer.
yeah.
So
Talking of freshwater, you're talking about your club's lodge up at Howqua.
Yep.
Lots of yellow belly being caught up there.
Heaps still. So yeah, they're seeing good numbers. So definitely, if you're looking to get some yellow belly, anywhere near Eildon, I reckon it'll be all right. So.
Fishing from boats?
No, land-based.
Land-based?
Land-based, yep. I don't think I've heard a good report boat, but I don't know if they're even bothering.
I think Epilogue.
I think
Really?
they're just...
there's some good yellows coming out
Yeah.
of Epilogue at the moment.
Yeah, okay. But Howqua's good if they're getting them
Oh,
there.
yeah. It's good sign. So, yeah, literally just down from the lodge and
Yeah.
catching
How
plenty.
far does the water come up? You know, I want to join your club so I can use your lodge. How far does... I'm
It
asking this
does,
for
look,
a
it
friend.
does come pretty far up, yes.
Yeah.
It will when it's...
50
you know,
metres from the lodge?
Oh, maybe not 50, but close, yeah.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
probably within 100 metres, yeah.
There you go. Alrighty, coming up next, product of the week, and we head into the kitchen with Cara. That's next on Talking Fishing.
Talking fishing.
Good morning, spotters. Stephanie speaking.
Product of the week, brought to you by Tackle World.
Talking fishing, nothing but fishing. We're talking fishing.
All right, this is going to go pear-shaped because of Adam not being here. You did really well, Nikki, last week. But
I agree.
anyway, it's on my head. Do I lean over that way? Yeah, right, lean over this
What's
way.
this real thing you've got?
It's a real game.
Yeah, that's what happens when the producer, Kevin,
Doesn't fish.
puts game reel up there and spells real wrong because he doesn't know how to spell real as a fisherman. He's not a fisherman. So on your Kev, cheerio to Kev. But I tell you what, this is the Speedmaster 25 2-speed, and it's an absolutely cracking reel. Fairly new on the market, and I've got these on my mate's boat up on Hamilton Island, which I use for trolling for small tuna and
Drops that in there,
Spanish
doesn't
mackerel.
he? Just,
Yeah, I know.
When I'm
Yeah,
in
why
Hamilton
not?
Island,
Yeah.
you know.
And they're pretty cool, but I'll tell you what, we've got a video on these that's just going to explain some of the features. Have a look at this.
The new Speedmaster Overhead is a multi-purpose 2-speed lever drag reel that has gear strength comparable to the trusted Talica series. This series is suited to a range of fishing styles ranging from trolling, live baiting, jigging and casting. The Speedmaster series consists of 4 sizes, a 12 and 16 and the newly released 20 and 25 sizes that all feature high efficiency gearing in 2-speed ratios. 2-speed gearing enables the angler to increase the amount of reel torque when retrieving stubborn fish. To suit differing fishing styles, the new Speedmaster series comes with 2 drag cams, with the mono cam being factory fitted and a braid cam supplied in the box that can be easily changed. Fundamental to the Speedmaster series is the single piece Agani body. By using a strong single piece aluminium body, the stresses and strains associated with high drag settings is minimised as the rigid frame keeps all internals in perfect alignment and ensures gears mesh smoothly. The reels are fitted with a cross-carbon drag system, which outputs 18 kilos in the 12 and 16 sizes and 20 kilos in the 20 and 25 sizes. The Speedmaster's smooth operation is also assisted by 4 shielded ARB bearings. To provide superior protection, the Core Protect corrosion resistance coating is applied to the pinion bearing, as this is the first point of water to potentially enter a lever drag reel, and this ensures reliable performance for years to come. The Speedmaster's S compact design makes it comfortable to handle and reduces the bulk, yet maintains plenty of line capacity across a range of line classes. True to the original Speedmaster name, the new Speedmaster is versatile, castable, conventional reel, perfect for a number of offshore and blue water fishing scenarios.
As you can see, that's one tough reel, 20 kilos of drag.
Yeah, wow. I can almost taste the sashimi on my lips from the kingies you can catch with that thing.
I know. Like I was saying, so up on Hamo, we were out at the reef in August, and I've got these on a couple of Therese rods, and we were going for Spanish mackerel, so we're right up against the reef. Bang, both rods go off.
Oh, wow.
And they would have been probably 25 kilo yellowfin tuna.
Jeez.
But like 20 kilos of drag.
Yeah,
they are as tough as nails. And they're probably, to describe to people, they're probably a mix between a Talica and a Tiagra almost. But a very, very nice reel to use. And that's the bigger size, the 25. So there you go. Get into your local tackle shop and have a look at them. Talking of fishing in other states, I got some late news through, like just before we started on the show, that I think WA have announced their demersal ban. I don't think it's good. It was like an abusive text from someone.
Oh, that's not good news.
Against the WA government. But, you know, like we said on the program the other week, Nikki, you know, all these bans around Australia, whether it's calamari in Tasmania, you can't get scallops in Queensland anymore. I mean, I used to go to the shops and buy Harvey-based scallops. They're beautiful. They haven't got the roe, they've got the big white meat.
Yeah.
They're not allowed to fish from anymore. They've been overfished.
Spanish Macs are the same.
Spanish Macs in Queensland. And of course Snapper in South Australia. But now we're going to see this whole demersal ban in WA, and people seriously need to just go and enjoy Victoria, because
we're so lucky.
Yeah. The floods, and I know there's been some blackwater events and some fish have died, but it's insignificant than having a 7-month ban put on you.
Correct.
You know, that's nature.
It is, and they're not going to get overfished in the next few months, given the issues that there are of even accessibility. Good point. You know, we'll give them a chance to recover and get back where they need to be.
Even the trout waters. I was talking to a guy who's a guide and works for us in our Mornington store, and you know, and he said he had to go miles north to find clear water in a river because the rivers are still so high and dirty. You know, all the lakes are still sitting at 100%.
Yeah.
You know, and they've got flowing in, so they've got to flow out,
go somewhere.
which means they're dirty and they're high. You know, so those places like probably the Hauka and the Delatite and that, they're still quite dirty. So there you go. Hey, Cara, now I know we had a few busy shows, all right? So we missed a couple of your cooking segments, but we're back. You're back.
That's right.
You were back last week and you're back this week. Let's have a look at this.
I've been playing around with some retro classic dishes lately, so tonight we're going to make a seafood cob loaf dip. I'm using this lovely crunchy cob loaf today. We're going to slice a lid using a bread knife. Now we want to keep this, so we'll put that aside for safekeeping. And we're going to tear out the inside using our hands. Just gentle, we don't want to crack the loaf. And we want to save this bread because we're going to use this to dip in at the end. Pop this aside and we'll pop some Glad wrap over to keep it nice and fresh. So we've created a nice swell and this is going to hold our dip. I've chose to use prawns and crab meat inside our filling today. So with the crab meat, if you can't get fresh, tin is fine. I'm going to place that into a mixing bowl. And raw prawns. So we just want to chop these up into smaller pieces so that when you're scooping them up with the bread, you're going to get a little piece of the prawn meat as well. And we'll add these to the mixing bowl as well. So to create our dip in with our prawns and our crab, I've got some sour cream. We're also going to add some cream cheese that has been softened, some sweet chili sauce, got some grated cheese, just cheddar, some French onion soup mix in the powder form, and lastly in with some chopped chives. Now I'm just going to give this a really good stir through and make sure that everything is well mixed together. Now we are baking our cob loaf today, so to protect the outsides, we're going to wrap it in foil. So I'm going to take our lid off and we're going to tip our mix inside. Just spoon it around, just so it's nice and even. Pop our lid back on. Line it up as best you can to how you cut it off. Then we're going to wrap it up. We are going to put our loaf into an oven quite low, 150 degrees. It's going to cook for at least an hour to an hour and a half. See if our cob loaf dip has cooked. So it was in there for an hour 15. I can already smell the prawns. Smells great. Okay, let's have a look. Oh wow, okay, that looks fantastic. Got some lovely colour in there. I can see the prawns have turned pink. See if I can tilt this up. And our dip has thickened up, so it's lovely. I'll give that a little stir through. And I'm just going to let this cool before we plate it up. So here is our prawn and crab cob loaf dip plated up. We've got all the beautiful fresh bread that was inside. I've finished it off with some lovely fresh prawns and a little sprinkle of some chopped up fresh chives. And I'm sure this is going to be received very well by everyone.
You were talking about how good the sashimi was thinking. Have a look at that.
Yeah, I know. What
Wow.
a treat.
Cara, where do you get that Christmas Day?
Yeah,
Is
absolutely.
that good for Christmas Day or what?
Sure is. And you can
Wow.
make the dip component up the day before, pop it in the fridge,
Yep.
and then you can cook it when you're serving.
What
That's
sort of
awesome.
crab meat did you use?
That was tin.
Oh, it was tin, yeah.
We don't,
It
we
was
don't
blue
get,
swimmer or
it's
something
hard
like
to
that,
get fresh crab in Gisborne,
Yeah.
so
It would be.
I get one, a spanner crab in a packet that's raw from,
Oh, so that'd
and
be
it comes
good.
out of Brisbane somewhere, I reckon.
Oh, there you go.
That's a nice crab to have, so yeah. But anyway, there you go. What have we got coming up next? Kramer's mailbag. And we watched the vision of Kingfish at the back of a boat off Barwon,
Wow.
which was on the weekend. Next on Talking Fishing.
Talking fishing. Talking fishing, nothing but fishing, we're talking fishing.
And welcome back to Talking Fishing. Adam's gone AWOL, but he is well represented in the studio tonight with his little doll, as we do. People on Facebook, thanks for your comments. Cara, they love that dish, I tell you.
Oh, there you go.
Lots of people commenting about that. The other one is old mate says he rang around 20 stores today looking for flares. Can't get flares.
Whoa.
And people are saying it's got
Strange.
something to do with the soccer being on at Federation Square.
Jeez.
I heard there was a few flares. That's the thing. You know what? I mean, I don't think you're allowed to do that. You look
No.
at.
Oh,
I follow
really?
the-
Definitely not allowed
Well,
to do.
no, hang on. But listen, I follow the F1. Through COVID, I got addicted to F1. You watch some of the F1 races overseas, and every second person in the crowd's got orange flares.
Yeah, overseas.
Because that's the Dutch colour for Max Verstappen.
Okay.
So there's all these
okay.
orange flares going off. No wonder Australia can't get flares.
Yeah, well, there you go.
They're all either at the F1 or the soccer, they say, at Federation Square. So, but I think we lost, didn't we? I think.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
out.
we're out. We're
Yeah.
out. We're
Yeah.
gone.
Okay, just checking
So
that.
flares will be back in.
Flares
probably
will
by
be
next
back
week.
There you go.
Restocked.
All right. Let's have a read of these. This one came from Roy. Oh, Roy's a regular contributor. Roy writes, "G'day Dave and crew. Can you please ask Catherine Greck if now that Dan the man is back, Catherine, Can we have another go at the Nong boat ramp? Desperately needed before tragedy occurs. Please, too far at 5 knots to travel to the Warmies ramp any day. And now with those stonker perch in there, I want to get them. Cheers from Roy. So the Maribyrnong boat ramp.
How ironic! I just spoke to Marty during the week about this.
Oh, really?
So yeah, he's still all for it. We're still pushing
What's
for
happening?
it. So
But didn't it get announced like a few years ago?
yeah,
It was all happening, and then it wasn't.
And then it wasn't.
yeah. Oh look, I'd say just watch this space. I'm sure something will
apparently-
happen. So
Well, Roy says Dan the man's back and Catherine Greck needs to build it. So let's see where that one goes. All right. Nick. Oh, geez, there's some problem boat ramps. They're all coming out now.
there can't be many left.
I think they're all banking on these ones getting done by Matthew Guy. Hi there. Great show, guys. Great work on the advocacy that you do for all boaties and fishers across the great state. But I've got a question. Do you know what is the medium and long-term plans for creating safe access to Waratah Bay, Walkerville and waters west of the Prom? The closest two ramps, Inverloch and Port Welshpool, are miles and miles away, meaning we've got to try our luck with beach launching, and South Walkerville is closed throughout January. North Walkerville has its limitations and is only accessible at certain times. Better and safe access to the Prom, waters and Waratah Bay is desperately needed unless you have a tinny, which I don't. I have been holidaying at Walkerville since the early 80s and since 2009 have a house between Fish Creek and Yannaki. Would be great if something could be done. This is another one that's been going on for way too long, and well, like I said earlier, we're trying to get Travis Dowling for one of the shows that we've got left, but we've got 2 shows left. We're trying to get Sonia Kilkenny, who only yesterday was announced as the Minister for
Recreation?
Outdoor
Outdoor
Recreation. So
Yeah.
there's no more Minister for Fisheries and Minister for Fishing and Boating anymore. It's now been called Outdoor Recreation. So I presume that's going to now take in hunting and other things.
Be interesting.
Yeah, whether it brings in rock climbing and
who knows?
lawn bowls, maybe.
Wow. You never know.
Anyway, let's see where that leads. But we'll try and get Sonia on and explain all that stuff and get either an update from Sonia on both the Nong and Walkerville. So we need to get that. That was from Nick. Thanks, Nick. In regards to the mess left at Hastings cleaning table, we showed that last week.
Yeah, yep.
Graham writes in, it's the same at Coronella. What is wrong with people? It's not that hard to.
No,
we are very, very lucky in Victoria to have all these facilities being built for us. State of the art fish cleaning tables. Hastings is the best, and people just throw their mess on the ground. It's anyway. That's
disappointing.
That's a mess. And lucky last, Anthony from Warrigal wrote in, as well as another 100 people, and said, "When will Tarrago be opening?" It's not that easy. So let's look at that project, Tarrago. There's 2 things that are going to happen. One, a boat ramp's going to be built with a toilet block and car park. That's probably the easy bit. The actual water storage has got to have an upgrade to its water treatment that supplies the Mornington Peninsula with drinking water. Now that money doesn't kick in till financial year, till the next budget. So you've got July 1 some money available. It could be 2 years.
Yeah.
I don't know how to build a water treatment plant. I know they can build a boat ramp pretty
yeah.
quick. Catherine's in charge, but building that water treatment, it could be a couple of years before
Is that
it's open.
council, the water treatment?
No, Melbourne Water.
Melbourne Water.
Yeah. So anyway, watch this space. We will try and get some further details on approximate opening of that, but I reckon it's going to be a good couple of years. So there you go. If you'd like to write into Kramer's mailbag, this is what you do.
Send your mail to Kramer's Mailbag, PO Box 734, Patterson Lakes, Victoria 3197, or email kramer@ifish.com.au.
Have either of you caught a yellowtail kingfish?
No.
No, I've hooked one. I'm pretty sure up north, but yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'd
They're
love
special.
to. Looking forward to hopefully maybe this summer.
Yeah. Every time we get an early sign, I always say the early signs are they turn up at Merimbula, and if they get in the lake, now they've been in the lake at Bermagui and they've been in the lake at Merimbula already. They've been at the wharf at Merimbula. I say that's big populations moving down the coast, and you go, okay, well, how about like it could be Christmas? They could be here.
Yeah.
Then we saw one pop up in Catch of the Week. But Zach Cross, who's a good mate of mine, and on our radio program on 3MP every week, nearly said the old one, 3MP every week, Zach Cross comes on, and he's an offshore fisherman out of Queenscliff. And let's have a look at a bit of vision that he filmed on the weekend, out the front in 50 metres on a snapper reef. This is what happened.
King on. Here we go. Just keep him in the water, that's it. Keep him in the water. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, he's got it. Oh no, Cooter's come and grabbed it.
Oh, you're kidding. Get off. Look at this.
Here we go. Here we go. Look at the Kings. Look at the Kings. He's on it. Go. Load him. Oh, no. Here we go. He's on it. King on. King on. Yeah, baby.
That is the mayhem of king
That's
fishing.
amazing.
I love it.
It's-
King on, king on.
They just appear, and they're the most frustrating fish in the world. But to see that happen, now they picked one off the bottom. When you bring it up to the surface, it's very common that, particularly the rat kings, small kings,
Yep.
the whole school follows that one fish, and that's why
awesome.
Zach's
He
saying
can leave
keep
it in the water.
Yeah, yeah.
because the other fish are
Will
underneath
come.
watching him. You
Yep.
throw another bit of bait in, those other fish are going to come
Take
up and
it.
eventually take it. And
Such interesting behaviour. I mean, squid kind of do a similar thing. They'll kind of follow the other one up. So
yeah. But we'll probably not see another kingfisher a month.
you've jinxed it.
That is how frustrated they are. So, but anyway, good on you, Zach.
They chase it with them.
And
Yeah,
and just a big thank you to Zach too for not swearing on that video, because sometimes there are a few swear words. But anyway, that was good. He considered Channel 31 for once. So that's the exciting stuff, and that's what I reckon. It gets people going. Like people will see that, and they'll be now going out, getting their yakkers and their slimies, hoping for a 5-knot northerly to get offshore. People will be going for the kingfish. There'll be 20. I think Saturday's looking all right this weekend. There'll probably be 20 boats in the rip looking for a kingfish.
I reckon,
it just gets people going. That one little
this
video.
ad break, people will be getting their gear out ready to go.
Yeah.
So
Anyway, it's an exciting time of the year. All right, coming up next, the all-important hotspots. That's next on Talking Fishing.
Talking fishing.
The Beaumaris Motor Yacht Squadron is a trailer boat and social club on Port Phillip Bay. The club has a great range of facilities, including multiple boat ramps, ample car and trailer parking, boat wash and fish cleaning, fishing competitions and boat safety lectures, boating activities and club events, a restaurant and 2 bars. Easy launch and retrieval makes for a relaxing time on the water for you, your family and friends to enjoy. And boating memberships are now available. The Beaumaris Motor Yacht Squadron, the best trailer boat experience on the bay.
Talking fishing, nothing but fishing, we're talking fishing.
And now the segment you've all been waiting for, Fishing Hotspots, brought to you by the Beaumaris Motor Yacht Squadron, Melbourne's premier trailer boat club.
Hotspots for this weekend, because it is looking pretty good on Saturday. I don't think we're going to get to 30 degrees in the next 10 days, but we've certainly got a little bit of calm weather coming our way. And the first one is Edithvale Snapper. Get out of Caramel, come out of Mordialloc, head towards Edithvale. 18 metres of water, plenty of snapper being caught there at the moment.
easy mark. There you go.
Yeah. Just look for the boats. There'll be lots of boats out there. Don't look for boats. This is what happened to me on. Well, went down to Rosebud, and that's the next hotspot, by the way. Rosebud, King George Whiting. There's plenty of them there.
Yep.
I get down there. I timed it perfectly, right on the tide change. So I was a little bit early. Anchor, get ready. I'm sitting perfect on my spot, and we'll throw that up as Rosebud as the next one. And anyway, cheerio to the guy who anchors next to me, less than 10 metres away. He was actually fishing on my burley trail.
Oh, there's got to be an etiquette
And then there was
when it
about
comes
10
to that.
people in front. Like I'm talking right in front of me, so close.
Yeah,
You know,
it's too
it's
close.
just,
Give people a little bit of
Anyway,
room.
there's lots of fish around that area. Did we put that one up, boys?
Not yet,
Out the
I
back?
don't think.
don't know.
There we
Yeah,
go,
there you go.
Rosebud.
Rosebud is the next. Let's tick that one off. All right, over in Western Port, there is still snapper being caught. It's just no one's sending us their photos. So if you want to get up the top end, you can access it through Hastings or Yarringa or Warneet. And there's some good snapper right up that top end. if you're after a King George whiting, I was talking to Steve Johnson on the weekend. Lots of fish around the middle spit. So that's the next hotspot, is the middle spit, particularly the top end. Lots of good King George whiting. I've got to say, I reckon bigger King George whiting in Western Port than Port Phillip. There's been quite a few fish around that 48 centimetre mark. So
wow.
It's been pretty good fish. So so that's that one. One river that has cleared up a little bit, and you know, I know everywhere got flooded, but the Rubicon River, it comes from way up in the hills, and you got Rubicon Falls, and then they come into you cross the bridge at Thornton. So if you go, you turn right at that road, go up to the power station, wander into the bush. That's where the fish are, and it's just a beautiful part of the world there. Like it's
lovely.
Yeah, it's. I know there might be a few escapees from the trout farm. That actually makes it better because it throws in the brook trout element.
Yeah, why not?
Than just browns or rainbows. So there you go, Rubicon trout. And another place, if I'm not sure whether the wind's from the north on the weekend. I don't think it is, so might be a little bit choppy. Just check your weather conditions. But the next one, as soon as we get the conditions that are right, Cape Shank is the next hotspot. Kings or gummies, lots of gummies being caught out there too, big ones.
Wow,
so,
great spot.
If you know your gummy spots out there, but certainly that'll be the place where kings will start to congregate. And if you're trolling round or live baiting, just a lot of people go there and slow troll live squid.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Either on a downrigger or just on a heavy sinker. But you can get right up next to some rock walls there at Cape Shank. It's a pretty special place. So, and if the kings are on, they're on. So there you go. There's the hot spots. I know there's going to be a lot of other places to go, particularly for the snapper in Port Phillip Bay. We were talking about water temperature, and that's probably the big trigger.
Yep.
It's absolutely the trigger for the kingfish coming down. But if you've followed us over the last few weeks, the water temperature, it actually got to about 18 degrees. And then with all that rain and cold snapper, whatever it was 2 weeks ago, the temperature plummeted and actually went down to 16. Let's have a look at the graph of the bay temperatures. So you can see there, it actually peaked around 18.
Yeah.
But then over a couple of weeks, it dropped right back. And the green is actually the ocean currents. So quite often it's the ocean currents that are affecting Port Phillip Bay. What comes in comes out down the coast. And anyway, but we're back on track. It's shot back up to 18. I can guarantee that because it was 18 degrees when I jumped off the back of the boat and had a swim on Saturday. So wouldn't have gone if it was any less.
Yeah,
so.
lucky it was.
Oh, it was like,
it was beautiful.
Fluctuated between 24 and 26.
In the
Loddon? Yeah.
Really?
Beautiful.
Is that normal for this time of year?
Well, it should be normal this time of the year if we've had a spring and then a summer.
Yeah.
It's probably a little bit early.
So that's quite warm, isn't it?
It is. I thought it was a bit early, but no, it's what it should be. So.
Yeah. Is the waters held between? Is there a weir between?
So you got Larry
and the Loddon. Sorry, where's the Loddon? Where's that coming from?
So Larry like where the
yeah.
Is it a weir or whatever they?
Yeah, okay.
So they've got the gates, so that's what they can control. The flow.
Yeah, so it'll be quite warm in there.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, there you go. All right. Wharf night's coming up this Friday night.
We do. We've got a wharf night, so at Complete Angler Dandenong. So come along, 6 till 9. It's
on what night?
On Friday night, this Friday night. So ring the store if you want to come, RSVP, and we'll have a bit of pizza and a bit of a chat about squid, snapper, some trout. You can even we'll tell you how to go to the Rubicon.
Excellent.
Have a bit of a night there, so a bit of a girls' night. So come along.
Who's talking? Who's you got anyone special talk?
No one specific, just a few wharf leaders, and
you're there.
Yeah, I'll be there. Amanda's coming along. Izzy might be coming along. So there'll be plenty of people to give some knowledge and come down and enjoy the night.
George and the crew.
Fun. George and the crew. Yep, we've got Dylan, I think, talking on trout. So.
Dylan is one of those. He's a sneaky angler. He doesn't. Normally doesn't give away anything.
Well, he's going to have to give away something.
He will on Friday night. But he is an absolute gun angler, and George running a good show there. So at Complete Angler in Dandenong. So I know we had one of those nights at Cranbourne, and it was just a really nice, pleasant night because everyone learnt something. Everyone went away with a bit of knowledge.
Yep.
And certainly, I know Adam wasn't even working at Tackle World at the time, but Adam came along to do a bit of a product talk, and it's just, everyone can learn from any of those talk nights. Anyone can learn. So, and if you're a female angler, perhaps not even in the WRF network, but you're thinking of joining, what a great way to introduce yourself and come along to that night.
And meet other ladies that are interested in a hobby you're interested in. So I would definitely want that connection. And and the best thing is with the tackle shop, you can literally show the tackle that they could possibly buy, or maybe they have got at home, or what they need.
George has a massive range around there.
Oh,
too,
yeah, so it'll be well stocked. So
good. Any other events on the horizon?
I think that's it
that
for
might
this
be
year.
it for Christmas, but I know there's a few that come up next year. So
so Hooked on Portland will be the first one.
Yep, that'll be very early on. So.
So there'll be some presents
that's
there.
usually
And
just towards the end of the holidays, isn't it?
yeah, the 28th, 29th.
Yeah, that's it.
The last weekend.
There you go. So if people want to follow all that stuff, Worth on the Facebook page.
Yep. So Women in Wreck Fishing, or find us on Instagram.
And you reckon there's a website coming soon too, apparently?
Yes, God, big news, yes.
Yeah. All right. Trav might talk about that if we can get him on the next week or two. I'll have to drag him away from his job or his fishing. Not sure which one, but anyway. Thanks for coming in too, Cara. Really appreciate it. So Adam's gone AWOL again, but that's it for Talking Fishing. We hope you enjoyed the show. More reasonable weather on the horizon. I think Saturday is looking glorious. The Minister for Outdoor Recreation, we're going to try and get her on the show next week. It's a must-watch show. But until we see you again next Tuesday on Talking Fishing, please stay safe on the water and enjoy the fishing.
Talking fishing, nothing but fishing, we're talking fishing. We got all you need, just take a look. Watch those fish jump on your hook. So just relax and take your time. Enjoy the show, then drop us a line. Talking fishing, nothing but fishing, we're talking fishing. Talking fishing, nothing but fishing, we're talking fishing. Talking fishing.
Have a good weekend, Mr. Walker.
You too, son.